Okay, so I did something amazing recently that I've never done before, and I want to share it with you. I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were both saying that we wish we could spend more time with our families. We just wish we had more time. And I think something we've all experienced where you want to find more time in your life for what's really important. And sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't. And he said to me something I thought was so interesting. He said, I know that we can't always find the quantity of time that we need. We would love to spend tons of time doing all the things that are really important. But he said, just because you can't find the quantity doesn't mean you can't find the quality. And he went on to explain that, when it comes to especially children or our spouses, the element of surprise, the element of you don't have 2 hours or 3 hours, or you can't take the day off or the week off or whatever, but that you can surprise them with something small. Maybe you leave a little note. Have a good day, I love you. Maybe you sit down with your kids and say, I have 2 minutes, can we play a game? And the kids get all excited. Yeah, let's play a game. Can I give you a piggyback ride? Hop on my shoulders. Those little things, the surprise, the out of the nowhere, where you show up at your spouse's office with flowers or lunch, just out of nowhere. The element of surprise. It's not necessarily the quantity of time that we want or that we need, but the quality, the impact is so special. So I thought about it and I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I went to the bakery and I bought a box of donuts. And I asked them to please package the donuts into, separate little containers in the box. And I went to my kids' schools, to 3 different schools. And I showed up and the head office calls them down and, so-and-so, please come down to the office. They thought they were getting in big trouble. And I'm standing there when they walk down and they're like, what's going on? I said, here, this is for you. And they're like, what is it? I'm like, it's a donut. And they were like, really? And I said, yeah. And they were so touched. And it was just a few minutes. It's 2 minutes at each school, gave it to them. And they were like, for what? I said, for nothing. I love you. Have a good day. But I saw it made such an impact. It was so special. I felt amazing also. I felt so good. I felt like I didn't have the quantity of time, but I was able to really make an impact with quality of time, with the element of surprise. And I love that concept, the element of surprise, the leaving the note, the sending the flowers, the, hey, just calling to say hello, or just want to text you because I'm thinking about you. Those little things, the element of surprise, go such a long way. I know that when we always say that when we left Egypt, when we were in Egypt, we were slaves. Slaves don't own their time. We can't decide what we want to do with our day. But when we left Egypt, the first mitzvah, the first commandment that Hashem, the Almighty, gives us is HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem, to start calculating time based on the moon. And one of the messages there is that Hashem is saying you were just slaves, you didn't own your time, but now you do. And maybe you don't have all the time in the world, but it is yours to decide what you want to do with it. So thank you all for listening, and may we all use our time really wisely, not necessarily the quantity, but at least the quality, the element of surprise, to make a difference in our families' lives. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.